cake. As you can see, I'm outside today again. I need to be inside cleaning, obviously. I'm still cleaning up from my canning, which I'm not done doing, but I need to clean some stuff up. So I do have coffee today, but it's iced once again. I will put in a picture of what I've been up to in the last, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days, or pictures. I've been canning a lot. Pickles mainly, beets, kraut, diddly beans. Tomatoes have not been started yet because I just could not find some good ones. Went to 3 places yesterday and they were half ripe. So I'm going to wait another week, I think, before I do that. Give myself a little break because I got some other things to catch up on. Chicken house is done. The run's not done. That's this weekend. And then the greenhouse gets built. A lot of stuff has come in for that. You know, pots and dirt and starter stuff and, I don't know, 100 and some thousand seeds. I bought one of those, what are they called? Preppers. They're people who are preparing for the end of the world seed packets. Didn't even know those existed, but I found them on Amazon. So it's true, you can find anything on Amazon. So hopefully I'll be having lots of greens throughout the winter that are fresh and truly organic. So that's on my list. Biggest thing though is getting the chicken run done because they'll be landing here pretty soon and they need a place to live besides a little box. And I switched my order up. I'm only getting 4 to begin with just because I want to see how they do through the winter, how they lay, all that good stuff, and probably build a bigger coop next year if these do well this winter. So been watching lots of YouTube videos on how to build a chicken coop, so I kind of feel like an expert on that. And then of course, you know, we'll have fall harvest here coming really soon. I can't believe fall is only, 24 days away? So, you know, pumpkin, squash, apples, definitely. So I have to pick up my blueberries, which is blueberry season here in Michigan now. So the price isn't horrible, but I use them in my smoothies just for antioxidants. So, didn't do traditional sauerkraut either. I did lacto-fermented, so it's actually in the jars that it's going to stay in, and it gets refrigerated. It does not get canned, so it keeps its color of the cabbage and doesn't get all brown and weird like canned cabbage does. Not a huge fan of that anymore. Plus it's got too much salt. I control the salt in this, so one more reason to can. You can control your salt. Because all my pickles and beets and my dilly beans, I did low salt version because of course I'm on a cardiac thing. Speaking of cardiac thing, just changing eating habits in this last, I don't know, about 10 days I think. I'm down almost 10 pounds, so woohoo! Happy about that. And like I said, with the lifesavers, I just have a really dry mouth for medications. So I have to keep something in my mouth all the time, and I prefer lifesavers. Except for grape. Oh, a little sour. So, you know, really not huge changes to the diet. Just, you know, more fresh fruits, more fresh vegetables, which, you know, this time of the year is amazing for that. And then the winter, you know, comes along and it's not available, or it's so high priced you just can't afford it. I mean, these people on fixed incomes, I just don't know how they do it. It's too bad that we can't have year-round farmers markets, but we don't. So, reduce my bread intake, which is, so hard to do. I love bread. But I'm going to start baking my own bread, so a lot less gluten and all that stuff, whatever they say makes you retain weight. Personally, I think bread is a staple. You got to have it. It's just one of them things. So, Not taking potassium supplements anymore because I'm maintaining it with my own fruits and vegetables. It was down just a little bit, but still within the normal range. So, and I haven't taken prescription potassium in 2 weeks. So it is true, you can control what medications you take by what you eat. There's tons of YouTube videos out there. Some of them are bullshit, and you'll know from the beginning. You can slap doctor on the beginning of anybody's name on YouTube. They don't check your credentials. So, I do a Google search to make sure people really are doctors that are telling you what to do. There's one on there that says you can completely heal autoimmune disorders. Yeah, no. You can't heal them. You can control them, which is a total different meaning between healing and controlling. Autoimmune disorders are just in your system. Personally, I don't think you can reset your autoimmune system, but you can control it by what you eat. Really looking into what foods do cause inflammation and what you shouldn't eat with whatever chronic illness you may be dealing with. Fibromyalgia is different from lupus, which is different from scleroderma, which is different from arthritis. So if you have a combination, then you really got to do some research as to what you can and cannot eat. And it's important that you do that, because otherwise you're going to continue to have flares. I've been having one of my best weeks that I've had in close to a year and a half, maybe. I just got up, I think it was Monday, maybe Tuesday. What's today? Thursday. So it had to be Monday. And I just said, to myself, and I knew it was myself because I recognized my thought processes, and just said, I'm going to do what I can do, and what I don't get done, I don't get done. So really just knowing your own body. And I've known mine for 50 years, so I'm doing what I can do. And, finding better ways to do things, like, rolling around in my office chair in the kitchen to get stuff done. And believe me, it was so much easier mopping the floor that way. I got my little Tenneco floor cleaner, and it's an amazing little thing. I'll do a video on that. For people who are having difficulty getting around doing things, it's very lightweight. It does the job. Very simple. You put it back on the charger when you're done. There's no cord to worry about tripping over or pulling around, anything like that. Very easy to clean. So I'm glad I found it. It's like $139 on Amazon. So as long as it holds up, and it's got a 5-year warranty on it too. So my other two have just died within a couple of years of having them. And one was a Bissell and the other was the Hoover. And they weren't cheap. So I wasn't happy about that. So it's pretty much, just finding what works for you. And adapting is what you have to do. Most of my canning I did from the kitchen table instead of standing. Some of it I did from my office chair over the sink. I'm not doing a wheelchair. I had that suggestion to me. I'm not ready for that. Plus that's one more thing to trip over. So tomorrow I go to Ann Arbor. One of the next 4 trips in the next 2 weeks. 5 trips? 5 trips. So those usually, excuse me, my nose just started running. Those trips are rough. It's half-hour, 45-minute appointment sometimes, and you do a 6-hour drive for that. Woohoo! I was actually supposed to go yesterday too, and it was just stupid because I'm not seeing the interventionist until the end of the month. So these appointments will be making decisions as to what my next surgeries will be definitively, or if I'm having surgery. I think I've said that before. It'll be my final decision on that. But hopefully they will be able to put that Roto-Rooter system into one of my arteries in my heart and open that back up so I have better circulation and flow and pump volume and all that good stuff. And then I'll just keep feeling better as things start to heal from having good blood flow. It's amazing what blood does to you. Kind of like oil in your car. I guess. So, got some new fabrics in. Haven't got them up in the store yet. I'm debating on just waiting because the approval came through for my Amazon account to sell. And so, like I said before, it will be transferring over to Amazon 100%, and the Haver Island website, store site, will be going away because there's an expense to that a lot of people don't realize is there, and it's just kind of a moot point to keep paying it when we have to have the other Amazon account for our other two businesses that will be up and running here pretty soon. So I will keep updates on that as I get it done, because the renewal is December, and in the next couple of weeks I'm just back and forth to Ann Arbor, so I won't start transferring merchandise over until September. I have one appointment in the beginning of September, like the 4th, so right after Labor Day. Man, I can't believe Labor Day is just a couple weeks away. Where did the summer go? I have no idea. And then, of course, I got the chickens coming, the greenhouse starting, so I'll be busy with that. Seriously, if there's somebody out here who wants to trade fabric for cleaning my house, call me. My number's on my business card. I would so do that. Oh my God, that would just save me so much time. That would be amazing. Bartering, bring it back. Busy road today for a Thursday. It's the 16th, I think. 15th. No, today's 15th. School's getting ready to start back here. I know a lot of you guys' kids have already gone back, or your grandkids, whichever. So, no tours today. Really not a whole lot to see. I'll throw up pictures of or video of the chicken coop now that it's done. It's really cute. And probably a couple stills of my canning. It's really pretty. I'm going to have to do a display on the wall with that for storing. Except for the pickles. Good God. I'll never buy another half bushel of pickles because that's way too many pickles. I won't be buying pickles for a very long time. So I did some spicy ones, some dill ones, some bread and butter, just some salt vinegar ones. I don't know how those are going to taste. I've never done that before. So, and a couple of people on Facebook have asked me for recipes that I use, and truthfully, I have no recipes. I've been canning since I was a little kid with my grandmas and my mom. When my dad was still alive, we had a huge garden every year. So they're just in my head, and it's kind of tweaking here and there. Canning, some say is an exact science. I don't say it is. I mean, if you read the Ball canning jar book, it's an exact science. I tweak mine. I add different spices. I delete spices. Anything I know I can have a reaction to, of course, I take out. This is the first year I've done reduced salt, so we'll see, because I really don't know what the salt has to do with the alkalinity and pH, and how it affects the outcome of the end product. So we will see. But I like to keep my sodium under control, obviously, because I have a heart issue. I don't believe in cutting salt out of your diet 100%. I do believe in keeping it under control, though. Not excessive. I mean, my dad had tomatoes with his salt. So, but, you gotta have salt in your body. That's how you process waters and all kinds of other stuff. So, we're not a science channel, but it's necessary. I do use Himalayan salt. I don't use iodized salt. You use way less. And it tastes better, I think. So, I will throw some pictures of that up. And then I've said I was going to put some pictures up of the projects I'm working on, and I haven't done that yet. So I'll be doing that. And you'll see the cat rats. There's a little excerpt of video that I'm going to edit in somewhere. Um, and not a whole lot else going on. Yeah, and finishing up projects. Oh, I do need to show you guys what I got from the Binnertex wrap. It's a new line coming out. It's really pretty. I don't know that I'm going to order it, but at least you'll know that it's out there. Because I got quite a bit of stuff coming in here between now and October. Some of the Christmas truck panels are starting to arrive, but not enough to like actually process all the orders. So I'm going to start with the smaller ones, get those out, and then those of you who ordered multiple, you'll be on the back end of that shipment. Just because fabric takes up a lot of space. So, and getting the small orders out really helps because it reduces the number that I got to go through and blah blah blah. So, edit that part out. That's pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on in the home front other than laundry, canning, cooking. Tonight I'm doing orders, so I won't be sewing tonight. Maybe I'll get to sew this weekend. I don't know. The fence thing might be a two-person project. I'm not really sure. I've never put a fence in before. So, and I know the greenhouse is two-person. And it's still a debate on where it should be put. But I think I figured that out. It needs to be close to a water source and electricity. So, pretty much figure out, I think, where I'm going to put it. At least the proximity of where it's going to go. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are. I do still need to do the video on why QPI was started. So, I think I filmed it and then it got lost. So, I will be doing that. That'll be up too. Once I get through these doctor's appointments, I'll be vlogging a little more regularly. And once canning time is over, too, until fall, like fall, I'll be canning again, and a little bit of freezing. So, and then we've got all the wonderful things we got to do in the greenhouse. So, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Have a good one.